It is Monday, July the 10th, 2023. I am James. You are you. We are here for another breathtaking, heart-pumping, and soul-enriching episode of the show that won't go away. It can't go away. Of course, we are talking about At Home with James, hosted by yours truly, Montreal's one and only Lil Cutie. The cool breeze lover, the smooth operator, the glamour boy, live and in living color, however you're watching, whether it is on your tablet, mobile device of choice, perhaps you're using a Chromecast and you're watching this on your 52-inch Toshiba television. Anyway and always, we come to you for an hour and change of nothing but unadulterated, unscripted, unfiltered entertainment. It is summer. It is here. The sun is shining, except for tonight. A heat wave is upon us, briskly, perhaps, ending tonight. I'm not happy about it. I feel unpleased. I feel unchained, and I feel untethered, uncouth, and most certainly uncomfortable. But just like I do with anything and everything on this show, I embrace it full steam ahead. I challenge it to challenge me. But tonight I need help. I need help really accepting summer into my heart. And that's why I invite my number one side piece to be my co-pilot this evening. So without any further adieu, I welcome the one and only tonight's technical director, Dave Kaufman. Dave, how you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling pretty good, just chilling.
Just chilling, yeah?
Just chilling on a nice summer's night.
You seem nervous. You seem nervous.
Am I nervous?
Yeah.
Well, my anxiety's been high lately.
Has it? Would
Yeah,
you like to talk about it?
Well, I got work deadlines, work pressures coming up. So,
yeah.
Trying to meet some harsh deadlines.
Well, I'll tell you what. I was thinking about you earlier today because today I began a 4-day contract.
Oh.
In which I have to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, get to work by 10. I am done by noon. And I thought, how does this guy Dave do this every day?
Your 2-hour work day.
Yeah. 2 hours today, tomorrow, the next day, and then it finally ends on Thursday. I'm already beat.
Well, James, it's nice to know that you've stepped a mile in the working class shoes, and you know what the experience of the day-to-day grind is like now, so you can relate to people.
I might really try to embrace Dave culture. Maybe I have a kid. Maybe I have 2 kids.
I think you'd be a good dad. I'm going to say that.
Yeah, I think I'd be a great dad.
Yeah. We can.
What kind of dad do you think I would be? I want to hear it now, Dave. As someone who has kids, you know me quite well up to this point. I'd say we're pretty good friends.
Yeah. I think you'd be mostly laissez-faire, just like your father. But
so in terms of being a good dad, you mean I'd be an absentee dad?
No, you'd be good. I think you'd play. You were good at make-believe.
It doesn't end for me like it ended for him.
Yeah, let's hope. You'd play a lot of make-believe, I think. That some of the harder, harsh realities of parenthood would initially catch you by surprise, but I feel like you'd adjust.
Well, like what?
Well, like, lack of sleep.
Poopy diapers.
Cleaning poopy diapers. Lack of sleep, just the fact that you have to watch this person 24/7, 365 a year. There's a lot of like
what part I really would not like, and I think I would disavow.
What's that?
When the child is birthed and you're in the hospital and the father has to remove his shirt and go skin to skin.
Skin to skin, yeah.
In the room, I don't think I'd like that.
Why not?
Well, you're in this public place. There's doctors coming in and out. They've got their uniform on. I'm just here. I've got quite a hairy torso.
But you don't have to bear it in front of everybody. You can cover up with the kid on you. It's just a matter of you being next to the kid because you match sense. You get used to each other like biologically on like a pheromone level. Chat,
one of the legendary viewers, High Score Run, writes, James is a never nude. That's accurate. I would
That's
say that's accurate. How do you feel about nudity, Dave? Your own nudity.
my own nudity. Well, with a
You walk
rock,
around nude at home.
with a rocking bod like mine, yeah, of course.
You do walk around nude at home. You hang brain.
No, no, I'll wear boxer shorts and a t-shirt.
I never do it. I never hang out on my couch in my
And
underpants.
you live alone. Oh, well, you're just full naked, or you just wear sweats?
No, I'm a never nude.
Right, but you say you don't wear your underpants.
Well, I meant I never sit on my couch in just my
Oh, okay.
boxers.
Okay. You should
No, well,
try
now
it.
here's a question. Now, when you shower, Dave,
Mm-hmm.
get in the shower, you give yourself a scrub, you get out of the shower. Do you leave wearing a towel or do you leave nude?
Leave the washroom. I leave wearing a towel. My favorite maneuver is to have two towels, one wrapped around my waist like a sort of a skirt, and then one over my shoulders like a
Wait, like you're leaving the sauna?
yeah, like I'm leaving the sauna
Now, why do you do that?
because it keeps me warm from all angles, and I like a nice towel. It's nice and fluffy.
Well, okay, so I shower,
Mm-hmm.
I dry myself off, but I bring my change of underpants into the bathroom with me and then I put them on.
Oh, that
And then
I
I
don't
leave
do.
I leave. I've done it since I was a youngster, and it's probably because I grew up, as many of us do, in a household full of people. I do leave my bathroom in just my underwear.
I feel like I need some time before I put my underwear on after showering because I'm worried it's going to be damp and then it kind of
You're
like
still a little sticky.
you're still a little sticky.
But
Yeah.
I give myself a very thorough drying of the towel.
I like to wait a while in the towel because I enjoy the towels.
Yeah, this is interesting. I'm a never nude, and you like wearing towels from all ends.
Yeah, I wear it from both ends. I'm a human centipede towel.
Dave, we previewed summer a couple weeks back, and now
Sure.
summer's here. It's been hot. I don't have to tell you that it's been hot,
You're right.
but it feels like you're embracing summer with your current background, in which you asked in our production call, hey, does anyone recognize this? And I was the only person who not only made a guess, but a correct guess. It's it's a drawing of the pop band LFO.
That's right. LFO, famously known for writing, penning.
Chinese who were making them sick.
Yeah, the song "Summer Gals," "Summer Girls," and
Yeah.
so it's a band that reminds me of summer, and I'm commemorating the passing of a couple of their members. So
You like to sing some of the song, or at least speak it out?
sure, I can sing it.
Yeah.
New Kids on the Block had a bunch of hits. Chinese food makes me sick. I think it's fly when a girl stops by for the summer. For the summer.
For the summer.
I like girls that wear Abercrombie and Fitch. I'd take her if I had one wish. She's been gone since that summer.
Since that summer.
There you go.
Famously discovered by Lou Pearlman,
That's right.
who you famously played on this show in our Instagram days.
Correct. Also famously known for rubbing up against boys.
So that's the thing. I don't really like to be naked at home.
No, I like two towels.
Yeah. Well, we've got ourselves a heck of a program. A little bit later on, your friend and mine, Marc Rowland, is back.
I like that
And
guy.
he's here to debut a choose your own adventure story that he's been writing for, I understand, 12 years.
Yeah. That's a long time.
It's probably pretty good.
It's got to be great by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been here before, read poetry, acrostics, haikus, things of that nature. So
He's an
I'm
arts
pretty
man.
excited for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
You ready to meet our first guest, though?
I would love to. Yeah, sure.
Truly the authority of what it means to be cool in the at-home universe. Also famously won the 2022 pumpkin carving competition. She's dressed very much for the summer. Well, let's welcome Cathy Fagan to the show. Cathy, welcome back.
Hello.
Who are those
Excited
people
to be
behind you?
back. This is my family.
Oh, introduce us.
Yeah, these are four of my cousins. That's my mom and dad right
Oh,
here.
whoa, they're really hot.
Yes, my
Yeah, your mom and dad are smoking hot.
Yeah, and over here it's my aunts and uncles.
They're hot too.
Yeah. I come from a very attractive family.
I was gonna say you come from a long line of hotties with bodies.
Yep, exactly.
Now, coming in from the chat, this is a hell of a username. It's a first time chat. Dickling the Goose 1 says, here to see Cathy. So, Cathy, you're immediately making this show cool, especially when people named Dickling the Goose 1 are tuning
Yeah.
in live.
Thank you, Dickling.
I really like the way that you said that. Dave, what do you think about Cathy's delivery on that?
I liked it. I liked the subtle touch of the sunglasses and the choice to only use the word dickling.
Cathy, before we really get into it, I want to know if either Dave or my shower and getting dressed pattern surprises you on any level. Again, Dave showers, leaves wearing a towel as well as one around his neck. I get dressed in the bathroom immediately after a shower.
So you're saying David used 2 towels?
2 towels, one like a cape and one like a skirt.
Wait, it's like a cape or is it kind of rolled up?
It's like a cape.
Oh, wow, that's not what I was thinking. That's
Wait,
way more.
no, it's like, but it's lengthwise, so it's like a short cape.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
Understood.
that's surprising to me. I'm wondering why. Like, is it because the water trickles off your head, or you're a little bit sweaty after being in the shower for so long?
My upper body's still wet a little bit, and I like I have really fluffy towels, and it feels nice.
Yeah, that's fair. And James, I would expect your never nudity to be about like you would leave your shirt on. That's
In
what I
the
would expect.
shower?
Yeah, like a maybe like a tank top underneath.
Well, I can say that I do not own any tank tops, and I can confirm now. And it is truly sad that this is not the first time someone has assumed that I wear clothes in the shower, but I do shower naked in order to get a very vigorous clean.
Do you
Do you ever
herbal in the
wear?
shower?
Please, one at a time. Kathy,
When was the last time that you didn't take a shower fully naked?
fully naked. Oh, you know what? I was at Boda Boda recently, and I saw that afterwards, like, oh yeah, there's a shower, and I was in the hot tub quite a bit, and I was in the pool. I was like, I'll just take like a quick shower and a rinse, and I realized that I had left my bathing suit on.
Mm,
Now, if
that's
you'd thought about it before, would you have taken it off and showered nude in public?
Well, it wasn't in public because you're in a. I mean, I guess it's in public in that you're in a public place, but you are privatized.
Okay.
I think I would have, yeah.
Have you ever taken a shower in like a group scenario?
No, I have not. No, I've
Interesting.
not. Have you?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Well, at summer camp, we used to have like this big shower that everyone
Well,
would
hold on.
shower in.
Hold on. Did you like it?
It was fun because we'd have little games that we would play.
What are these games?
We'd have like suction darts and stuff, and people would like throw suction darts around. And like it was a
Sounds like
aluminum
something.
siding. And
Sounds
you,
like a place that Lou Pearlman goes to recruit his new bands and acts.
well, he would have been
Kathy,
very
what about
successful
you? Have
there.
you ever showered in a group setting?
don't sometimes people like like bathe with their kids?
Well, you don't have kids.
I don't, but I'm just wondering. Dave has
Well,
kids.
I've
Dave?
taken a bath with my kids, but normally with my daughter, I'll wear a bathing suit. And then I haven't, and with Teddy, I'll take a bath with him. It's my son.
In a bathing suit?
No, not necessarily.
Why do you wear one with your daughter but not your son?
I don't know. It feels weird. She's a girl.
Now, Kathy, have you ever been in a group shower setting?
I think that I've showered naked at the swimming pool, and there were lots of other people there.
And there's no partitions or anything. It's just a gigantic nude utopia.
I don't know if everybody's nude. Sometimes I've done it as an exercise to be comfortable with myself, being naked around other people.
Being naked around other people's heart. It is hard.
It's definitely hard, but it is in the women's bathroom, so it's a little bit different.
I want to put this out there because when we originally did our beginning of summer episode, whatever the hell you want to call it, Dave, we were discussing with a friend of the show, Annabelle Agnew, about getting comfortable with your body at the beach and the pool and things of that nature. Dave, how comfortable are you with your nude body around other people on a scale of 1 to 10 Jameses? 10 being extremely comfortable, 1 being not comfortable, keeping in mind that you don't really show your naked body to anyone new ever.
Now, are these
Except for your except for
strangers?
your except for your son.
Yeah, or any other kid I have. I guess I'd show them my nude body.
Well, you don't show your daughter.
Well, he said that his daughter wears a bathing suit.
I think he said
No,
he
no,
wears a
she doesn't
bathing
wear a
suit.
bathing suit. I wear a bathing suit, but
Now, do you think when
I
you're
change her and stuff.
you think when your kids grow up, your daughter's gonna be like, "Oh, why does Teddy get to see dad naked, but I don't?"
No, I don't think so. I'm
Well,
fairly
kids can
confident.
really surprise you.
I suppose they could
Dave,
surprise me,
answer
but
the question on a scale of 1 to 10 Jameses.
I would say I'm 3.5 James is comfortable. If I was in a
Okay.
room full of people and I had to be nude by myself,
Okay, we didn't really say a room. We just
okay,
said, yeah, you're going 3.5. Okay.
3.5, yeah,
You know what? I think I'm going to give myself a 3.5 to a 4 as well.
okay.
Kathy, how about you? 10 being very comfortable, 1 being not comfortable.
Oh, maybe a five.
Okay.
Yeah, I think a five. Somebody in the comments said, say you need to have sex.
With who?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, that came out of left field. I mean, we are talking about nudity, both private and public. Person also follows up, you might need to be naked. Well, sex is often performed naked.
Doesn't have to be though.
It doesn't,
That's
no,
true. It doesn't have to be.
no. You could wear a big t-shirt if you wanted to.
Yeah, you can wear little jeans.
I mean, you could. You mean little in terms of how short they are, or how tight they are? Maybe both.
Both. Yeah, little tiny jeans you can wear.
LTJ. Let's get into why we're here. Kathy, you're here to talk about what's going to be cool for the summer in 2023. You are the authority of coolness on this show. That's how you began your journey as part of At Home. Why don't you let us know what is going to be cool during the summer months of 2023 as Dave flashes you a hang loose?
Yeah, well, you know what? I feel a little like I'm cheating a little bit because we are, almost halfway through the summer.
For
So
the
the trends have
summer.
emerged. Yeah, exactly. The trends have already emerged. And the first one I have here is, of course, using Bixie, which is now in partnership with the bank Tangerine.
Great
Oh,
partnership.
is that a cool bank or?
It is a cool bank.
It's only online.
Yeah.
Being online is pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so using a Bixie cooler than using your own personal bicycle?
Yeah, because you're not committing to the cycling lifestyle. I think it's cooler than
So
having
you're
your
keeping it casual,
yeah, yeah.
not getting
Yeah.
locked down.
Casual. Yeah, you're keeping it casual. Are either of you Bixie people?
No.
I'll ride one in need, but rarely do I need one.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I don't really feel comfortable both being naked around people, nor do I feel comfortable riding a bicycle in the city.
Hmm.
I don't like riding them amongst cars. Really unnerves me.
There's bike lanes though.
Yeah, but if there were like universal bike lanes, I'd maybe use them. Like, what am I going to do? Just go up and down Maisonneuve or Saint Urban?
You just go down the canal, so you can live your life in stores that trickle along the canal.
Yeah, I think I could see myself getting behind the idea of taking a bike ride up and down the canal.
Or you can get in one of those like trailers and somebody else is doing the biking.
Well, that sounds
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
There's also the naked bike rides I learned about recently. There's men that get on bikes and they ride naked together to raise money
Yeah.
for charity.
Well, it's not only men. There are women that do it. I want to stand up for my fellow ladies. I was on a terrace when the nude bike ride went by, and it's when you don't expect it, it's quite harrowing.
Yeah, so does that make it so if you were gonna do so you don't like bike riding, you don't like nudity that much.
No, I don't want to feel my butthole up against a bike seat. Hot
So
summer night.
so are those two things greater than the sum of their parts? Would that be compound? Is that like your worst nightmare?
I don't know if it would be my worst nightmare, but it feels like a nightmare.
It's got to be less unnerving to be naked in a group of people who are all naked.
And at night.
Sure, even in the day though.
All right. So, well, Kathy, does the nude bike ride rank as something cool to do for the summer?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think that's on the cool list. But
Okay.
both of those things separately, if you're comfortable with biking and you're comfortable with nudity, I think those two things are cool separately.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
feel like if you're too into nudity, it's not cool.
I would
Hmm.
agree with that. Yeah.
Like one of those people that just like, yeah, I don't mind being naked. Like they're on like the back patio and they just got everything's wide open. Like it's like, classic hairy guy, hairy older guy.
Yeah, yeah, hairy older guy in a hot tub. Or if you have like naked parties at your like house.
Wow. Now, okay, Dave, have you ever been to a naked party?
I have not, but I do have a cousin who I think has like a little hot tub set up and he throws those kinds of things.
Okay. Kathy, have you ever been to a naked party?
Never been to a naked party.
Neither have I.
Hey, well, sounds like
Yeah, Kathy's got a pool and her
Yeah.
family's there and they're all really hot.
yeah,
I have a question.
it's just
If
us
you're at
and
your,
Kathy's
Shotgun her
family.
What's that now, Kathy?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, what if you're at your friend's house, like you're at Dave's house or Dave's at your house, and one of you takes a shower, and you get out of the shower because you're going to, let's say, there's a guest bedroom. Like, would you think it'd be weird to get out of the shower and and just remain shirtless, and maybe have a towel tied around your waist? But do you think that you should leave with all your clothes on?
Well, me and Dave shared a hotel room late last year in the fall in Boston, and I think we both, after showers, came out of the shower shirtless, but with boxer shorts on.
Yeah, yeah, that was the combo.
Okay.
It was a very non-private bathroom. It was glass doors, and I heard Dave using the washroom multiple times throughout the weekend as I tried to sleep.
Oh, I'm sorry, I had to use the washroom.
It was a lot of grunting and flatulence,
Well, you know,
and there
the
was a lot
body
of
does what it
reverb.
does.
A lot of reverb.
Well, that was my sound effects machine I brought in there.
Oh, now I understand.
I
Kathy,
cranked
how
it.
do you feel about would sound effect machines be cool for the summer?
I don't think that made my list.
All right.
What
Let's
about
continue.
what about like a DJ or like a DJ party?
I
Like
think a DJ party is pretty cool.
okay, cool.
Now, when you say DJ party, do you just mean a party where there's multiple DJs or
No.
a party where you can only be invited if your name is DJ?
I meant the
DJ
former.
Khaled, DJ Qualls.
Yeah, it's a very small party
Yeah, yeah,
where
yeah.
one
Yeah.
with one large guy and one emaciated guy.
Yeah.
I had a boyfriend in grade 7 and his name was DJ Lake.
Whoa. Did the DJ stand for anything?
Douglas Justin.
Douglas Justin Lake.
Yeah.
Sounds like a bygone era Canadian prime minister.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, what else is on the list?
Great question, James. Um, I wanna say also, uh, doing cartwheels.
Would you like to expand?
I think having a little bit of gymnastic ability is something that is pretty cool. I would say probably not flaunting it, but maybe you're out on a date with somebody,
On
and
a date.
Yeah, what scenario would this call for a cartwheel on a date?
so let's say you go to the park. I don't know, James, what kind of dates do you do?
What kind of dates do I do? I'm gonna flip this around, Kathy. What kind of dates do you think I do?
I think you like to go to the park.
Yeah, I've gone on park dates. I sure have.
Yeah, maybe you guys get a little bit silly.
Have
Start
some
doing
wine.
cartwheels. Yeah. Yeah, I have my first glass of wine and I say, "Hey, check this out." Now, I probably cannot do a good cartwheel. Dave, I'm not even going to ask. Kathy,
It's
can you
too
do a
obvious I
cartwheel?
can.
I can do a pretty good cartwheel. I think that Dave might have a little bit of cartwheel in him.
I've done a front flip before.
Oh
A
shit.
front flip.
Yeah.
Far less finesse goes into a front flip than a cartwheel.
No way. That's wrong.
No, I do think it takes more. It takes. It
Now,
takes.
hold on, are you landing on your feet or your back?
Feet.
Bull crap.
I did it.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
high school in gym
1990
class.
what? 1990 what?
8.
All right. Well, that answers that question. Cathy, you can do a halfway decent cartwheel.
I think so, yeah. I think you don't lose it. I think you keep it forever once you
Coming
do.
in from the chat from your number one fan, Cathy, Dickling the Goose One, quote, cartwheeling coffee dates don't mix. How do you respond?
I think that Dickling has acid reflux, if that's the case.
Okay, so shots fired. Now, would you do the
I
cartwheel
think
in
the
the
goose should
daytime
let
or once-
loose.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously,
Now,
live a
do you
little,
think-
live.
you pull the cartwheel out in the daytime or when the sun starts to go down and people start to feel a little bit more relaxed and silly?
I think it's like a 4:30 p.m. Like you're kind of just setting the mood for what the rest of the day is going to be like. Maybe you
That's
rest
the
a little
mood
bit.
setter.
I've got a
Yeah,
question.
Yeah.
So say you pull out this cartwheel on. Is this like a first date or like a second date?
This is for sure a first date.
First date, you pull out a cartwheel. What happens if they don't mention it? You just continue and neither of you mention it?
Like if they
And
don't.
then you do another one later on. You're like, hey, did they see it? Maybe I should do it again.
Yeah, I think probably you do it once, and I think I'm a pretty big fan of having open and honest conversations with the person that you're seeing. So I would probably just, broach the topic like, "Hey, I noticed that you didn't say anything about the car wheel that I did. I'm wondering, yeah, how you felt about it."
Yeah, I sort of felt like you were showing off. I didn't really want to mention it.
I feel like the conversation would be more interesting than the cartwheel.
You think?
I would like to indulge. I like an uncomfortable conversation like that.
I do too. I think, you know what? I think it wasn't on my list, but it's on there now. I think uncomfortable conversations are cool this summer.
I
All right.
agree.
Dave, any uncomfortable conversations you're going to pursue this summer?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to my wife about getting back into improv comedy.
Okay, Cathy, any uncomfortable conversations you want to have this summer?
Oh man. I don't plan them in advance.
Okay, you just let them grow, let them blossom, and let them flow.
Yeah, let them flow on water.
All right. Okay, so uncomfortable conversations are cool for the summer. What else?
You know what I think is going to be a trend, actually?
Okay.
I think that quoting the new Barbie movie is going to be a trend.
Okay, so you think it's going to have that type of effect on the lexicon zeitgeist?
Yeah, I've seen people start quoting it already. Actually, my partner actually sent me a quote from a trailer already earlier today.
What was the quote?
Something about Ken.
He was in a trailer.
Yeah, it was in a trailer.
Now, is it out already?
Something, if I was somewhere else, I would be a 10, but here I'm just Ken.
Now, do you plan on seeing that movie, Cathy?
I don't know. I think so, yeah.
Is it critically well reviewed?
I don't know yet. It's on the same day as Oppenheimer. And I feel like a lot of people are going to start making the choice between, are you a Barbie person or, I might even pronounce it.
Are you a Barbie girl?
Yeah. Or are you an Oppenheimer person?
What's Oppenheimer?
Oppenheimer?
What's Oppenheimer?
He's a scientist, and they're making a film about him, and he participated, I believe, in the Manhattan Project, right?
What's that?
It's the project where they invented the nuclear bomb.
Cathy, what else is on the list?
I put in here,
Nuclear bombs.
Yeah. Kissing friends.
Kissing friends. Now, when you say this, do you mean like kissing your own friend or friends that you have that begin kissing? You're like, whoa, my friends are kissing.
I think it's going to be just like friends are going to start kissing.
What makes you say this?
Because I think that the heat is up. I think that there's a lot of friends out there that are, want to show their love platonically or romantically. And I think that people are going to, share some kisses.
Well, on the subject of kisses, another legendary viewer who we have not seen in a long time, currently in the chat, Farm Boy writes, well. Hello, all. Farm Boy wins my kiss of the night immediately. Now, Cathy, I want to ask you this question. Let's say you're someone, you've got a friend, You want to give them a platonic kiss. How do you go about doing it? And how do you avoid it? How do you avoid the wires getting crossed without them thinking that it's romantic?
I've done that before. I think I've just placed my hands on their face and been like, "Mwah." Just
Well,
give
let me ask you this. Was it another woman?
Yeah, I think me and Danielle kissed in two different improv sets recently.
Well, if it's in a set, does it really count though? It's fake.
No, I guess not. But I did maybe not recently, but maybe like a year ago. I don't know. Girls kiss their friends all the time. I think kissing your
Yeah,
friend.
well, this is the thing. If I'm going to base this around my own experiences, I don't think I could really go up to any of my female friends and pull off a platonic kiss. Nor do I believe
You
that
should
they could
try
come
it.
up to me.
Yeah, maybe it would lead to a romance.
Perhaps it
Something
will.
between somebody who used to be a friend
Okay,
and then they
and they're
turn.
no longer a friend, so it's an enemy.
Yeah, no, and then they become a lover.
A
Okay, so
platonic lover.
it can either be a platonic kiss, a romantic kiss, or a platonic kiss that becomes a romantic venture.
Yes, exactly.
All right, I guess I better start putting my list together.
You should hold a spin the bottle party at your house, James.
You know, I won't, but I do think that if I did, people would come.
You think?
I think people, especially grown-ups, would have a lot of fun with like the cheekiness and the naughtiness of playing spin the bottle.
Who do you think would be there?
I can't say right now. Dave, would you come?
No. No, not
Cathy,
a chance.
would you?
I don't think so, but it would depend on who's going.
Well, this is exactly it.
Would any celebrities be there?
Would have to be a very exclusive list.
Yeah,
And I wouldn't participate. I would just facilitate.
Why not?
Well, because I think you need a chaperone at the party to make sure things don't get too erotic.
So you'd watch everybody kiss each other.
I'd supervise. I'd say no tongue allowed.
No tongue.
No
That ain't
tongue.
no kissing party.
It's just platonic kisses.
How would you stop them?
How would I stop? I'd say, whoa.
Get a whistle.
Yeah. Or maybe I'd have kind of like a squirt bottle, like you know when your cat or your dog is being unruly and you give them a little spritz with the squirt.
Yeah.
I'd say, easy, Dave.
Yeah, and
You're a married man.
it's full of mayonnaise.
What else is cool for the summer, Cathy?
James, I only have one more thing on the list.
That's okay.
It's water balloon fights.
I would wow, okay. I'm announcing this right now.
Mm-hmm.
The first annual At Home with James water balloon war this summer.
I'm very.
It's not gonna be a public event though. It's only private. And then we go back to my place for spin the bottle.
Where would we have it? Oh, I would. Yeah, that would be the event of the summer.
We should have it in Dorval.
No, Cathy, I'm going to correct you. It will be the event of the summer.
I'm into it.
Dave, will you be attending the At Home with James water balloon war?
Yeah, I'll come.
Now, how do we do this? Do we break into teams? Is it sort of a War Games style thing?
I think it's like capture the
Shirts and
flag.
skins?
Yeah. No, it's capture the flag, and there's some like serious stakes involved. So like, there's either some big prizes, or like the water balloons have like something inside them that you really don't want to get hit.
Oh, that's
Like
it. Like
piss.
yeah, mayonnaise.
Yeah, like mayonnaise and piss and
Dave's bath water.
eggs. Yeah.
I got great bath water, James.
What are you doing? A Trump impersonation?
I got the best bath water.
Cathy, I'm really turned on by that final idea, and I mean that platonically.
Yeah. I'm very into the idea as well.
It's done. A
The
great
coolest
way
thing
to stay
happened this summer.
refreshed in these hot summer days.
That's right. Can I bring my family?
Yeah, especially your aunt and uncle. Va va voom. Dave, any final questions for Cathy before we say goodnight?
Nah.
All right. Cathy, final thoughts for the audience watching tonight. They love you out there tonight.
Yeah, I just want to say it was nice to meet you, Dickling. I hope to see you again. Welcome back, farm boy. And make sure you stay tuned for the contest in which you'll win your exclusive invite to the at-home water balloon fight.
I couldn't have said it better myself. And final thought, Cathy, coming in from your number one fan, Dickling the Goose One. Quote, excellent guest. I hope she comes back.
Thank you,
I think
Dick.
we can do that. Thanks a lot, Cathy. Have a good night and enjoy summer with your family on this hot summer day, wherever you are.
Gonna hit the pool.
Yeah, enjoy. It's Cathy Fagan. Dave, what did you think about that list? I thought it was quite good.
Thought it was a pretty good list.
Incredible closer, an absolutely incredible closer.
I haven't done a water balloon fight in a while. I did see a thing that you plug in and it blows up like 12 water balloons at the same time. It's like a contraption that you attach to
Okay,
the
so it
hose.
sounds like you and I have our secret weapon.
That's right. The At Home with James water balloon filler.
I love it. Maybe the contest is whoever wins, they get to fill up all the balloons.
Yeah, there are production assistant for the water balloon fight.
Yeah, you could be our Devin this summer.
I like it.
Dave, you ready for our second and final guest tonight?
I am. I'm just resizing some windows because I realized our faces were too big.
Well, that's quite all right. Now, Dave, as we get into it here, you're not going to be here next Monday,
No, I'm not.
and neither is Dimitri.
Uh-oh.
I put in a call to Andy, retired,
Andy Asaf.
once in a while fill in. He can't do it either.
Interesting.
So it sounds like there's not going to be a show next Monday.
Maybe we could pull something off.
How do you mean?
Well, I'll have my laptop.
There's no way your laptop is strong enough to make this work.
I mean,
Unless it is.
It is, but it's the question of the internet connection. Is it going to be strong enough?
It sounds like we're going to have to do a test.
We'll do a test run, sure.
Folks, here Dave comes to save the day. Dave, if I was there right now, I'd give you a platonic friend kiss.
Well, I'd make that a platonic tongue kiss.
A PFK.
Yep, absolutely.
Let's welcome tonight's final guest. He is here to read out a choose your own adventure story that he began writing over a decade ago. He hasn't been here in quite a while. It's Marc Rowland. Marc, welcome back to the show.
Hi, how's it going?
Marc, last time we saw you, you were disqualified from the Mr. At Home pageant at Home Live and in person for wearing performance enhancing hair. You wore a wig and you were disqualified.
Well, yeah, that's true. I cheated. I tried to cheat. Yeah.
You tried to cheat. You made it
Yeah.
quite far. You made it to the finals.
Yeah, it was me and someone else, no?
It was a few people. It was yourself. It was Connor Rose. It was Mr. Puff, our
Yeah.
official sponsor, the
Yeah, but I
Smoking
think I was
Cowboy.
like the second last. I was
There
there
was
to the end.
Big Daddy Lou.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have you back.
Yeah, I love that conversation with Cathy. That was great.
It was fantastic. What do you think about a water balloon war?
It's fine, but I saw that earlier this year, and those water don't get the ones from the dollar store
Nope.
because they don't fill up big enough, and then you
They
Hold
just
on,
flop while
we
you're
should
filling.
introduce Mark's dollar store review segment.
This is really turning into one of the great episodes of the year because it really leads into many other follow-up episodes. Now, Marc,
yeah.
I suspect you remember that in the month of November in 2020, you were here at
Yeah.
the Dave Birthday Bash
Right.
episode of the show.
Yeah.
You stopped by, you had poems, you
I
had
did,
Mad
yeah.
Libs, you had
Yes.
an acrostic, you had a haiku, you had,
Mm.
what's that one that I can never pronounce?
Iambic pentameter.
Yes.
Yeah.
And tonight you're back
I'm
with
back.
a story.
Yeah, a story that I started in 2011.
Now, what has taken you so long?
Well, yeah, I needed to do some writing for this today's show, so I was like, "Oh, what the heck is this?" And I thought I'd finish it, so that's what I did today.
Okay. All right,
Um,
Dave, what do you think about that?
I'm just looking up what else happened in 2011.
Yeah.
Okay, well, as we wait, let's hear about some notable events from 2011.
There was a civil uprising phase of the Syrian civil war.
Yeah,
Okay.
There was a lot of morbid stuff on. Oh, there's a 2011 PlayStation Network outage.
Well, that's
Okay, so in
yeah.
2011, there was a Syrian uprising,
Yeah.
a PlayStation Network outage, and Mark began writing a choose your own adventure story.
That's right.
Yeah.
The milestones of that year.
All right, so that concludes Dave following up on the events of 2011.
Who's going to be doing the story? Who's going to be going through the story?
Well, maybe me and Dave could do it together. We can come to a consensus.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like that you discuss the choices.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
this
great.
is actually a discuss the choices story.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna change. Great. That's discuss the choices.
Yeah.
Adventure. This is a
All right.
discuss the choices adventure. Now, I'll let you know there are quite a few points at which the story ends prematurely. So what I
Okay.
recommend is if you hit a negative ending, just go back, and then we'll
Redo
try
our
something
choice
else.
that we decided
Yeah.
upon.
Yeah.
Understood.
All right.
You know, I think George R.R. Martin started The Winds of Winter the same year.
The RR stands for rock and roll.
Yeah, George Rock and Roll Martin.
The Winds of Winter.
That's the next Game of Thrones book, Mark.
The next one, the one that has yet to come out.
That's right.
Yeah, I think you may be right.
Yeah.
Man, deep cut. Are you guys ready for the story?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
James, wait. Are we ready?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, discuss the choice.
Yeah. I think
Are
we're
you
ready.
for the story?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you're not gonna go through every option because this might be a long segment if you like.
What I'm concerned about.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Okay, here we go. You are a robot from the future. You've arrived on Earth in 2011 to study human culture from that time period. Luckily, your creators thought ahead, disguised you as just another grade 9 student from Rosedale High School. You're a powerfully built and extremely capable robot. However, you are naive and uncertain in this new form. It will take you some time to adjust. The operator from the Office for Temple Studies Society speaks through a loudspeaker at you, before you make your journey through time. Remember, your goal is to complete an entire day at Rosedale High School, study the life forms, and return. Then the world goes hazy. You appear from your time bubble in front of the school at precisely 8:30 a.m. You proceed towards the building, and you see some students sitting on the grass in front of the school. Discuss the choice. Choice number 1. The perfect chance for interaction. You approach them and you speak to them. Or choice number 2. You don't want to blow your cover. You avoid them. Which would you like to do? Approach or avoid?
Mark, is this story about you?
And it's the future 2023. And you're trying to relive your high school days.
Traveling back from the far future.
Now, Dave, are we going to sit down and try to integrate, or do we not want to blow our cover?
Well, I think we can try to integrate without blowing our cover, right?
I think so,
Let's try
depending on how we go about doing it.
I think my vote's for integrating.
Yep, I agree.
Okay.
Choice number 1. The choice has been discussed.
Choice has been discussed. You choose to talk to them. The students realize right away that you are a robot because you have not yet concealed the robotic beeping from your chest. They splash you with juice boxes. You short circuit and explode. The end. Okay, so that was a bad
initially
end.
I wanted to take the second one,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
based on how long I thought this was going to take, I decided I'm just going to agree with Dave here.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess we got to go back in time again
Yeah.
and select option number 2.
Of course, we have that technology, given that we're a time traveling
time
robot.
traveler.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Whose name is
decide that-
Marc Rowland.
You decide that you don't want to blow your cover. You walk with a still ungainly step past the students, and as you do, you drop all of your books out of your bag onto the steps. One particular student, a young female with fiery red hair, comes up to help you with your books. Now, remember, you're a robot from the future, so using the term female is normal. So discuss the choice. What a kind gesture. Let us make conversation. Or, I'm still not practiced enough with this human form. I must leave my books and rush to class. So, do you want to say thank you for the helping with the books, or just rush past?
Well, based on the happenings of the first one, it seems like we want to rush past, but I do want to see how this robot interacts with a lady.
Yeah, I can't imagine that interaction is going to go well, but I also want to see it.
All right. You choose to make conversation. And as the female with red locks helps you with your gear, you introduce yourself as Beepo, normal teen from 2011. She thinks you're hilarious and introduces herself as Rebecca. She offers to show you around, which you accept as graciously as you can, considering you're still learning how to imitate humans from this time slice. Let's go to entry number 6. Rebecca shows you to the office of the school. She shows you the gym and is about to show you your new homeroom when you feel a meaty hand on your shoulder. Who have we got here? Comes a slithery voice from behind you. You turn around to spy 3 large boys leering at you. You begin your analysis of the figures in front of you, but before you can finish, Rebecca whispers in your ear, "Bullies, let's get out of here. Discuss the choice." I am not afraid of bullies. I'm constructed from technology from the far future. Bring on the foes. Or, I should practice the path of nonviolence passed down by the Central Intelligence, the future's grand artificial intelligence. So, will you confront the bullies or practice nonviolence?
You know, I sort of like the idea of him cowering away.
I feel like nonviolence is the method to go.
All right.
We've discussed nonviolence.
You've discussed nonviolence. You remember the ones and zeros that the Central Intelligence passed on to you regarding nonviolence. You smile at the lead bully and slowly move his hand from your shoulder. You look at Rebecca and say, "Let's get out of here, Rebecca. This bully isn't worth our time." The lead bully looks like he's about to escalate the situation when the vice principal comes around the corner and interrupts him. "You got lucky this time, weirdo," he says in his raspy voice. You then proceed to your homeroom with Rebecca. The group of students in your grade seem very nice overall, and you gather some excellent data on the era. They ask you questions, and you ask them some in return. You're beginning to acclimatize to your new body as a grade 9 Rosedale High School student. Your first class is math. Excellent! The class is practicing algebraic equations that are written on the board, which you can all solve immediately. The teacher takes a piece of chalk and holds it out to the class. Would anyone care to solve these equations? Discuss the choice. These students would certainly be impressed and open up to me more if I answered all of the questions correctly. Or I should make jokes about how boring algebra is in order to fit in.
I really want to hear choice number 2, how that turns out.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to get up from my desk. I'd want to hide my robo.
I want to know what the jokes are.
Okay. Decide that jests and witticisms are the name of the game. Professor! Your eyes flash momentarily as you access your memory banks. What do the Backstreet Boys and algebra teachers have in common? They both want you to tell them why. The teacher makes a sour face at your joke. He points his finger at you and is about to speak. He takes a quick look around the room. The students in the class are smiling and laughing. He reconsiders his words and clears his throat and continues on with the lesson. You have been victorious. You continue your morning classes and then proceed to the cafeteria for lunch.
This guy is really becoming very cool.
Yeah. You've been equipped with a small nuclear fusion power plant that turns regular food into extreme amounts of electricity. When you get to the front of the line at the cafeteria, you'll see that the choices are meatloaf or pizza. The pizza has been very popular today, but the meatloaf meal has a greater amount of sustenance. Discuss the choice. You select the pizza, or do you select meatloaf?
What do you think, Dave?
I'd go for meatloaf.
Me too.
Damn, you're both going for meatloaf. Okay, you decide on the meatloaf. You ask the lunch lady for some of that filling-looking meatloaf and pay with a machine that prints Canadian money through a slot on your hand. You sit down with Rebecca.
That's a crime. That's a federal
Robot
crime.
counterfeits money.
Yeah, you print money out of your hand. Anyway, you sit down with Rebecca and eat your meal. You feel very satisfied from the filling meal.
Great.
You proceed through the afternoon classes, making observations of life at Rosedale High School in 2011. As you do, you become more and more comfortable with your classmates, your teachers, and yourself. You travel to your last period. Rebecca seems very excited. And when you inquire why, she informs that today the class will be performing a scene from Romeo and Juliet in English class. The teacher asks the class who would like to read the next section of the play. Rebecca raises her hand and looks at you expectantly. Discuss the choice. Engaging in some theater would be an excellent method of intelligence gathering, or I'm far too shy an entity to do something as public as that.
Well, I think we got to go for it, Dave.
I feel like it's a trick, though. I feel like we shouldn't go for it. We're exposing ourselves in front of the entire classroom, and
But the robot has built a lot of equity.
the robot's built a lot of equity, sure, but
Had that great Backstreet Boys joke and ate a great meatloaf lunch.
it's true. But for a robot to act with the emotional intelligence of a Shakespeare character, it's going to be tough.
Might disappoint Rebecca, though.
That's true.
I gotta say, you guys have been very good. Like, you've only had one death. I'm very impressed.
You kind of wish your high school career went like this, don't you, Mark?
It's my fervent wish.
All right.
Dave, I'm going to put the ball in your court.
Let's do the play. Screw it.
Okay. You join Rebecca up in front of the class and are handed a book to read from. You turn to today's scene, which is Act 2, Scene 3, outside of Friar Lawrence's cottage. The two of you recite the lines written by William Shakespeare hundreds of years before, although in your timeline has been much, much longer. Rebecca plays Romeo when you perform the role of Friar Lawrence. You stutter at first, but you gradually improve until you confidently deliver your lines. Finally, you get to the end of the scene and deliver your final line. Wisely and slow, they stumble that run fast. Everyone applauds, and Rebecca smiles and nods at you. The bell to indicate the end of school rings. Rebecca waves quickly goodbye to you and disappears out of the classroom and into the crowded hallway. You leave the school having completed the day. You go outside to the field under a tree, and you feel the tug of the time rope pulling you back to the future. Suddenly, you see Rebecca running towards you. Discuss the choice. Do you let the time rope pull you back through the portal back to the future? Or do you miss your potentially only opportunity to return to the far future and completing your mission? So, do you let the time rope, do you go back to the future, or do you stay in the present?
So do we sacrifice it all for a lady? Or do we go back home? Job
Be a
well
virgin
done.
forever.
Be a virgin forever, yeah.
You know what? I'm willing to risk it for love.
I say we risk it for love. Let's fry some of those circuits with love juice.
We've built a lot of victories so far too.
Yeah,
We've only had one death.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You
Let's
decide
do
to
it,
stay. All right. You decide to stay and see what Rebecca wants. You sever the time rope's grip on you, permanently breaking your link to the far future. Unaware of what just happened, Rebecca runs up to you under the tree outside of Rosedale High School. Oh, sorry I had to run off before. I had a great time doing the scene with you today. Thanks for joining me. Will I see you tomorrow? Yes, you reply. I think you will. The end, and congratulations.
Well, we
You
did
guys
it
yeah, you made it to the end with only one death.
right at the beginning.
Nice.
Yeah.
After
Well, you know.
we made the foolish decision of putting ourselves in a position to get sprayed with juice boxes.
It's the deadly juice boxes.
What are these
Yeah.
teenagers drinking juice boxes for? Mark, maybe this is why you had a hard time in high school. You were still drinking out of juice boxes.
Juice
Should
boxes
have graduated to the Capri Sun, the juice bag,
Yeah.
No.
That's the rebel juice box.
That's
yeah.
garbage.
or maybe a giant Arizona iced tea.
That I can get behind, but that's maybe for a university student.
How much of this did you write today, Mark?
I wrote about 4 pages of it today.
So without this show, you would have never completed this decade-long project.
That's right. Yeah.
Now,
Well, we should get George R. R. Martin on the show, James.
Yeah,
Maybe
let's
he'll
get rock
finish
and
his
roll
book
in
too. Yeah.
now, before we say goodnight, Mark, I want to acknowledge the acrostic that you wrote for Dave on his birthday in the month of November in 2020.
You want to acknowledge it.
Yes. Mark, would you like to let people know what an acrostic is?
An acrostic poem is basically just like writing something. It's like a sentence or phrase, and each line of that sentence or phrase spells out something. Like
Right.
David,
In this case, it was David. Dan, do you remember the acrostic that is stuck in my memory since 2020?
I do recall. Yeah, drugs are very inviting, dude.
Dave, it's been almost 3 years since Mark wrote that. What do you think?
I mean, he's not wrong.
Now, there was also a second acrostic. Do you remember that one, Mark?
Based on what? I don't recall.
It was drop a voluminous, interesting dump.
That one, yes. Yeah.
Also, accurate.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I just like slammed them out at you.
Yeah,
right?
we had
like,
to stop you. We had to stop you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
my
coming
goal was
fast
to get it
and
out
furious.
as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Mark, I before we let you go, there's a second thing I want to acknowledge.
Yes.
There's been a bit of a rivalry over the years between Connor Rose and yourself about who the first poet of the show is.
Yes.
Technically, it's you, but Connor has written a variety of poems. I tried to get Connor Rose on the show tonight, in addition to Cathy and yourself.
I'm so
Connor
glad
couldn't.
you didn't.
Connor couldn't do it. He's got a newborn son that was left on his doorstep. Anything you'd like to say to Connor is, I still hold out hope that we can have a poetry slam between the two of you.
Yeah, well, I don't even know if Connor even writes his own stuff. That's what I have to say.
Probably uses Chat GPT.
Yeah.
Oh, here's something else that happened in 2011. Mojang Studios released Minecraft.
Whoa.
Minecraft is. I thought Minecraft was much older.
No. So, Mark, you could have made Minecraft in the time it took you to write this story.
Yeah. Damn. That's a pretty big year then.
Yeah.
If Minecraft came out.
You're really all over the place in your frame here, Mark. It looks like someone's trying to adjust it for you.
Or like you're on a bobsled.
Yeah.
Go down the hill, boys.
Mark, as we say goodnight, would you be able to slide out of frame? Is that possible?
Yeah, here we go.
All right. Have a good night, Mark.
Bye.
Damn, that looked pretty good. Hey, Dave?
Yeah, it looked very impressive.
Pretty good episode tonight, I think.
I think so, too. The effects
I'm going to tell
good.
you something. I had a pretty good feeling during my intro. I felt very, very silver-tongued.
Well, it's nice. You were confident, you got in the pocket, and then you executed.
Yeah, but you did too. You were on fire today too, Dave. There
I was
a lot
okay.
of good laughs. Had a lot of good laughs, but you didn't have quite the laugh that I got with George Rock and Roll Martin.
It's a good joke.
Sometimes the best ones are the easiest ones.
Yeah, I agree.
You've been on fire the past couple weeks.
Well, it's good. It's nice to go back and forth with the zingers.
It's true. Dave, final thoughts before we call it a night?
Stay hydrated out there, folks, and don't eat Chinese food. Might make you sick.
According to LFO.
That's right.
Boy band of the early aughts.
And the Chinese meal that we ate last night, which made me sick this morning.
Yeah, Dave had diarrhea.
That's right.
Which is worse in the summer.
I agree.
Folks, for Dave Kaufman, Cathy Fagan, and Marc Rowland, I am James. You are you. We were here. Good night. Goodbye. Farewell. And, of course, be well.